Have you ever noticed how toxic people seem to thrive on your reactions? It's like the more you get upset, frustrated, or try to explain yourself, the more power you give them, and before you even realize it, your peace is shattered, your mind is clouded, and your day is completely thrown off balance, all because of one careless word or action from someone who may not even care about the damage they've done. But what if I told you, the real secret to protecting your peace isn't in fighting back, arguing, or even cutting them off right away. It's in mastering your reaction. The ancient Stoics understood this better than anyone. They believed that it's not events or people that disturb us, but our judgments and reactions to them. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." And that's exactly what we're going to explore today. In this video, you'll discover why reacting to toxic people only drains your energy and gives them exactly what they want. I'll show you how. Stoics train their minds to remain calm, detached, and unshaken, even in the face of manipulation and cruelty, because when you stop reacting, you stop feeding the fire. And when the fire runs out of fuel, it dies. You see, toxic people crave attention. They thrive on chaos, drama, and emotional reactions because every time you react, it reassures them that they still have control over your peace. It might be a sly comment designed to get under your skin, or a passive-aggressive jab masked as a joke. Maybe it's constant criticism, subtle guilt-tripping, or manipulative silence. Whatever form it takes, the goal is always the same: to provoke a reaction, because when you react, you engage. And when you engage, you get pulled into their emotional storm. The Stoics understood that the only true control we ever have is over our own mind, our judgments, our actions, and our reactions. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This isn't just a nice quote to remember. It's a powerful tool for reclaiming your peace. Imagine someone throws a spark at you. If you catch it, you might get burned. But if you simply let it fall to the ground, it dies out on its own. Toxic people are the same. If you stop reacting, you cut off their supply. And when you cut off their supply, their influence over you weakens until eventually it disappears. In this video, we'll dive deeper into how you can master this ancient Stoic principle. Train your mind to remain unshaken and protect your peace no matter what chaos surrounds you. So how do you actually stop reacting? It's not about pretending you don't feel hurt or frustrated, and it's definitely not about becoming cold, emotionless, or indifferent to the world. It's about creating a space between what happens and how you choose to respond. The Stoics called this the practice of pause and perspective. When something triggers you, a sharp word, a toxic behavior, a manipulative move, instead of instantly reacting, you pause, you step back, take a breath, and remind yourself, is this worth my peace? Will this matter to me tomorrow, next week, in 5 years? Marcus Aurelius used this exact technique in his daily life. He would often write reminders to himself in his private journals, like, "You are disturbed not by events, but by your view of them." This simple habit allowed him to remain calm and composed, even as the ruler of an empire surrounded by betrayal, envy, and cruelty. And you don't have to be an emperor to apply this. You can practice it in your daily life. When someone cuts you off in traffic, when a coworker makes a passive-aggressive remark, when a family member tries to guilt-trip you, each moment is a chance to choose peace over pointless conflict. And here's the truth: the less you react, the more control you reclaim. You stop being a puppet, pulled by the strings of other people's bad behavior. In the next part of this video, I'll show you a simple, proven Stoic exercise to train your mind to stay calm, no matter what they throw at you. The exercise is simple, but it takes practice. It's called the view from above. The Stoics used this visualization technique to detach themselves from petty problems and emotional traps. Here's how it works. When someone says or does something toxic, and you feel that urge to react, pause. Close your eyes, and for a brief moment, imagine yourself rising above the situation. Picture yourself floating above the room, above the city, above the earth itself. Now ask yourself, from this higher perspective, does this tiny moment really matter? Is this argument, this insult, this passive-aggressive comment truly worth your peace? Most of the time, you'll realize it isn't. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself of how small human problems are when viewed from the vastness of the universe. He wrote, "Look down from above on the countless gatherings and countless ceremonies, and every kind of voyage and storm and calm, and the differences between births, deaths, noisy courtrooms, desert places, foreign nations, festivals, mournings, markets, assemblies, all transient, all fleeting. When you can see the smallness of these toxic moments, you'll stop letting them control you. You'll remember that you have the power to choose calm over chaos. And each time you choose peace, you grow stronger. You reclaim your time, your energy, and your mental freedom. In the next part, I'll show you how to apply this in everyday situations, even with the people closest to you. Now, let's bring this down to real life, because it's easy to talk about philosophy when things are calm. But what about those moments when someone blindsides you with a cruel remark or tries to drag you into their drama? Here's what you do. When it happens, pause. Feel the urge to react rise inside you, but don't act on it. Take a breath. Shift your attention from the other person to yourself. Ask yourself, is this worth disturbing my peace? I want to hand over control of my emotions to someone like this? 9 times out of 10, the answer is no. And then, you respond not to them, but to yourself. You choose stillness. You let them have the last word if they need it. You walk away if you must. Or you simply smile, say nothing, and move on. That's not weakness. That's strength. As Epictetus said, who then is invincible? The one who cannot be upset by anything outside their control. And here's the truth. When you stop reacting, you break the invisible chain they've been using to pull you around. You rob them of the attention they crave, and what happens next? They either lose interest and move on, or they're forced to confront their own emptiness. Either way, you win. In the final part of this video, I'll leave you with one last Stoic mindset shift that will help you reclaim your peace, not just from toxic people, but from anything life throws your way. Here's the final mindset shift that Stoics lived by, and it's the one that can free you from more than just toxic people. It's the understanding that peace is an inside job. It doesn't come from your environment. It doesn't depend on whether people treat you well or act the way you wish they would. Your peace is yours to protect, and no one can take it unless you hand it over. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, the tranquility that comes when you stop caring what others say or do, and only care about whether your own actions are just and wise. The world will always have rude people. There will always be manipulators, liars, critics, and selfish individuals chasing their own interests at the expense of others. But their existence isn't your problem. How you choose to respond is. When you realize this, something incredible happens. You stop living on emotional autopilot. You stop getting pulled into other people's storms. You begin to live deliberately, choosing peace, clarity, and strength in every moment. And this is where real freedom begins. Not when others stop being difficult, but when their difficulty no longer disturbs your peace. That's the power of Stoic wisdom, and it's available to you right now in this very moment. So if you take one thing from this video, let it be this. You don't have to attend every argument you're invited to. You don't have to react to every insult, every passive-aggressive remark, or every toxic behavior thrown your way. Your peace is yours to guard. And every time you choose stillness over chaos, you grow stronger, calmer, and more free. That's the Stoic way. Not by controlling the world, but by mastering your response to it. And if you found value in this, I have something else you'll want to watch. In my next video, how Stoics let go of people who hurt them. We'll dive even deeper into letting go of anger, resentment, and the invisible chains toxic people use to control you. Click the link right here, or in the description, and I'll meet you there. Stay calm, stay strong, and remember, you are the guardian of your own peace.